Hello, and welcome to Those Crazy Weirdos. I'm Cameron.
And I'm Martine.
And this is episode 30. 3 tens. 3 decades? I was going to say decades, but it's evidently not 3 decades. It's 30 weeks. Yeah, 3 times 10 weeks. Yeah.
That's right. I was curious about 30 because we always talk about the numbers.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know that numerology was a thing, but
I'm sure
some random person made an article about the numerology of 30.
Oh.
Apparently 30 is the number of the circle. It symbolizes infinity and absolute completion.
Wait, why is 30 the number of the circle instead of pi?
Or 0. I don't know.
Or 0?
Well,
Why
0 looks more like a circle than
like,
30.
Oh, okay. I think 0 looks more like an oblong or an oval.
Okay,
but...
fair enough. Apparently it's also the embodiment of the time cycle and the clock, which is also in the shape of a circle.
Dun, dun, dun.
So, you know,
Very
in case you needed to know the number of the circle, it's 30.
Yeah, we got a number of factors today. 1, 2, 3.
We're going to start this.
5, 6. And then I think that's it. 15 and 30.
Yeah. There we go. Well,
Oh, no. Well, 10. Sorry. 10, 15, 30. Yeah.
Right. Well, what else is new?
Let's think. So we've been off this week. So that's been nice. We made Rice Krispies.
We made Rice Krispies at like 11:30 last night.
It was late.
Oh, I love being an adult.
But it was totally worth it.
So good.
It was really worth it. And they were, excellent late night snack. Won't be recommending it to the listeners because obviously it's unhealthy, but I totally recommend it. It's really good.
Yes.
And that's all I have to say about that. Go Rice Krispies.
Yep. They're just the classic, no flavorings added this time around.
Oh, we went apple picking.
Oh, we went apple picking. That was really fun.
Apple picking. Yes, apple picking is really fun.
That was
highly recommend. I don't know when this episode's going to come out. It will probably come out after apple picking season.
At the end of apple picking season, yes, likely.
So I would recommend, if apple picking season is still going on in your part of the world, go get it.
Or, alternatively, pumpkin picking.
Yeah.
It'll be the time for pumpkin picking.
Probably be the time for pumpkin picking.
It'll probably be better temperatures for things like that. When we went, it was hot.
Yeah, at least in the parts of the world where you can go pumpkin picking. Like this.
True.
Southern Ontario is very good about apples and pumpkins.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's I'm excited. And we got a lot of apples. We got way too many apples. They barely fit in our fridge. It's a lot.
I'm happy about that, though.
Anyway, another one for this week. This is like our 3rd podcast recording this week.
Yep, that's right. We're getting caught up again.
Yeah, it's good.
Get a little more leeway.
It's good. This is what happens when you have some time off.
I know.
Do some things.
I know.
So I'm excited about that. Should we jump right in? Dive right in?
Yes. Cue the theme tune.
Roll the theme tune. You don't say.
Mayday, way, play.
Cray, cray. Cow's way.
I already said way.
Oh. Ooh, what you say?
Good one, good one. Yeah.
That you want it that way.
Dun, dun. I don't really
that
know
it's
much
all
about that song.
for a day.
Ooh, what you say?
All right. Are you ready?
Yes.
Do you want to go first or do you want me?
You said you have a lot to go through, so I might sprinkle some things in the middle of your ramblings.
Okay. I went very deep on this one. Accidentally. Yeah. I will say, I thought I was going to grab a couple fun facts about this, but it seems like all the facts are basically the history of what I have to talk to you about today.
Okay.
And I ended up going through quite some history here. So it's interesting. I'm going to monologue a lot of it because otherwise this is going to take years.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes.
For the history.
Wait!
Yes.
We didn't do T-taste testing.
Oh! To the T-taste test. All right.
Sorry. I just realized.
You made these, though.
I know. So you need to do the T-taste testing.
This is peach.
Yep. It's hot. Be careful.
With blue.
Nope.
White.
Yeah.
Ah.
Peach with white magic juice.
All right. The orange pico.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Wow.
Milk.
Shocking. Yeah. Sorry. Anyways, yes.
Sorry.
Those are our teas today.
For the history of flush toilets.
All right. Here we go.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
This is a way deeper topic than I was expecting it to be. Way deeper. So I was going to do toilets and toilet varieties.
Right.
I was going to talk
naturally.
But no, this week will be flush toilets. Stay tuned for the other toilet varieties that hopefully will be not the entire history of them and just a couple fun facts about them.
Okay.
But let's get going. I'm going to preface this with most of these facts are from the site of the British Association of Urological Surgeons. Short form BAUS. I don't know if that's pronounced as an acronym.
BAUS.
BAUS. BAUS. BAUS.
BAUS. Boys. Anyways, sorry.
BAUS.
BAUS.
Yeah, BAUS.
Sorry.
All right. Let's start with a myth.
A myth.
Yeah, a myth. The invention of the flush toilet is commonly accredited to
Thomas Edison?
No, it's not commonly accredited to Edison.
Oh.
No. Thomas Crapper.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I had the first name right. I forgot about Crapper.
I love you. I don't know if Edison was ever associated with the toilet. His name didn't come up anywhere in my research.
I just
but
thought
I
he
love it.
stole a lot of people's inventions. Who knows?
Aha. You're onto something here.
Did Crapper do the same thing?
So he didn't steal, but anyway, it wasn't Thomas Crapper who invented the toilet.
Bummer.
Dun, dun, dun.
Bummer.
And then I put a scream face emoji. Okay.
Did you like my pun?
Oh, bummer. Oh, nice.
Thank
I
you.
like that. I
Thank
like
you.
that. But what Mr. Crapper was the first to do, however, I got you on that one, didn't I?
Man, I could never take someone seriously whose name is Crapper.
T. Crapper, baby. T. Crapper. Anyway.
Oh, yeah.
What he was the first to do, however, was showcase toilets, like out in the open in spaces, and that was a scandal of the day. Having a toilet out for display,
Oh, wait,
like, you
so
know,
they didn't have someone taking a poo out in the toilet on the toilet?
No, oh my God.
I still think that'd be a scandal.
Okay, I'm gonna move on. I tried to get through these. I haven't gone through the first 3 lines of this 800 line thing because you just.
Sorry. So he just has the toilets on display.
Like when you go into a shop.
Yeah, and you see a toilet.
A hardware shop, and you see a toilet
Yeah.
that you're gonna buy. Before it wasn't like that.
Oh, got it.
And it was a scandal to have toilets just out in the open like that because it was a private thing and blah 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 blah.
Okay.
So, yes, he was showcasing them, but that was really good because it made toilets way more popular, and toilets are a lot more hygienic than, pooping in the street or whatever. So he also did, to his credit, invent a bunch of toilet-related stuff. And he did secure patents for a lot of those things. So they were real inventions that he did patent and he did sell. But that's not the story I'm here to tell today. So I'm just going to leave that there.
Okay.
Sometimes, though, what he is credited with, instead of inventing the toilet itself, is inventing the siphon discharge system.
Oh, delicious.
Yeah. And that system, it made toilets much more efficient and way less leaky. Like they won't leak water, and they use way less water. But he didn't even do that.
Oh, wow.
That patent was actually secured by Albert Gibling, some bloke, Albert Gibling, in 1775.
That's a long time ago.
Yeah, and Crapper started out by selling the toilets made by Albert Gibling's designs, which is why he's associated with that design.
Got it.
But he basically just sold them with better marketing.
Right. He's just a sales dude.
Yeah, but Albert Gibling did have the patent on that, so it's
this is the 1700s we're talking about?
Yeah. 1800s, really.
Ago.
1800s, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but main point behind this is all just an aside. This is just whatever, is his company didn't invent the toilet, they popularized it.
Right.
That's what Crawford
Fair
knows.
point.
So he was toilet related, but he didn't invent the toilet.
Okay.
But the toilet was possibly invented a long, long time ago.
Wait, let me guess.
A flush toilet. Yeah.
Ancient Egyptians.
No.
Oh, that's
No.
a good guess.
Although there is evidence that ancient Egyptians did use flush toilets.
Really?
At some point, yes.
Of course they did.
But it was possibly even before that.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, like a long time ago. There's archaeological evidence of water-based drainage systems that go back many thousands of years. But the best evidence that we have right now is that it was probably either the Scots or the Greeks who had what we would refer to as the first flushable toilet.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That's true that the Greeks were very advanced. I don't know who the Scots are.
Like I think the Scots being like northern England, northern UK sort of thing.
Yeah.
But
Like
back then,
Viking, yes?
yeah, like they were part of the.
I've heard of the Scots, but I don't know anything about them.
Yeah. So, I'm going to do a quick interlude here. Let's talk about Roman toilets.
Of course. We have to.
This I found extremely interesting and gross. So, if you're eating right now, anybody, I'd suggest you strap in and maybe don't eat while listening to this podcast because this one's going to get fun. They were communal in nature, Roman toilets. People would go together with their mates.
Really?
Yeah, they'd meet their mates. They'd discuss the nouvelle du jour. They'd, wait for it, pass around the wiping sponge.
Oh, no.
And have a good time.
I thought this was supposed to be hygienic. Cameron, this is
the road. You can see them. Like, there's still, you can see pictures of the old Roman toilet rooms, which have just walls of toilets side by side, no barriers or anything, right? Just holes.
You can see that in Johnny English.
Yeah.
He comes out of one of them.
Anyway, how the Romans wiped is very interesting.
They have a wiping technique defined?
They attached a sponge
to a
short stick.
Oh, okay.
And that's how they cleaned up after themselves. And then after you were done with it, you would rinse it in some running water from that's in front of the toilet, and then pass it over to your buddy, who would then do the same.
At least they rinsed it?
But they used the same sponge.
How many people died just because of infection? Oh, Cameron.
It was a communal outing, like a social event to go to the bathroom together and pass. You look so happy about this news.
Oh, I can understand why you prefaced this earlier with, I'm not sure how well you like this. Cameron, that's disgusting. Absolutely vile.
Just imagine. Oh, God.
Oh. Can we move on to another quickly?
So this is also, I don't think anyone actually knows the true etymology of the phrase grab onto the wrong end of the stick. This is possibly one origin.
Oh my gosh. This is not helping matters.
All right. Let's go on to medieval times.
Oh, right.
Even better. Ready?
Oh, no.
Medieval times. More grossness. Beware is my first point here.
Oh.
So during the medieval period, you're looking at me with such disdain. You really hate that I researched this. I didn't mean to do this. Okay.
I didn't think toilets would get this bad.
During this period, some folks in Britain, particularly, used what they called potties, which they would use to then catch their excrement, before summarily throwing it out the window.
Oh yeah, we all know.
Or
this.
Door onto the street.
Yes, that's common knowledge.
And the word garde-robe, like a wardrobe, was used for the affluent folks. And they had a fancy window that would go into the moat below and then drain into the Thames and then make everyone sick. Anyway, so
they all lived
the medieval
and
was
died
great.
happily ever after.
Yeah. Do you want me to leave? Let's leave it there. And then we'll talk about the invention of the modern flush toilet and some modern stuff after we come back to me.
Okay.
I'll leave you on poop in the street.
Oh, boy. Well.
Oh, man. That Roman thing really threw me through a loop when I read that. I thought it was so gross, but I had to share it on the podcast. I had to. I can't just leave that knowledge.
Yeah.
It has to go out in the world. It's really
okay,
gross.
Luckily for everyone else, I have a very wholesome topic.
Beautiful. Okay.
Dogs.
Oh, I love dogs.
Yes. So do I. Let's go through some dog facts.
Yeah.
Since we're talking about poo already, we might as well do this one first.
What an amazing episode this is turning out to be.
I thought this was a myth, and so I went out to try disproving what I read about it, but I wasn't able to. So maybe there's an element of truth to it. But it's widely believed that, and there have been studies supporting this, like scientific studies that I did not look into, so maybe they're kind of iffy.
Yeah.
That dogs prefer to poo along a north-south axis.
Huh.
Related to the Earth's magnetic field. So that's why, like, when they're about to poo, they keep spinning round and round and round because they're like a compass and they're trying to align themselves the way they want. Yeah, but apparently they're sensitive to the Earth's magnetic field. It's called being they have magnetoreception. Other animals have also been observed to have this as well.
I don't know if I believe it.
I know, me neither.
Do they prefer it or do they always do it? Because
I think it's like more times than not they'll do that. But I don't actually know.
We have a dog, and based on how he poops, it's not always the same way at all.
I know. Next time we're walking together and he poops, I'm going to whip out my compass on my phone. see what direction he's facing.
We can run our own N=1 study where we just...
Yep.
We could do that.
Anyways, so my fact is that it's widely believed to be the case.
Okay, cool.
I'm not saying it's actually true.
No, I mean,
but
yeah. It's
very interesting. Apparently, like foxes...
I've heard that before. I've definitely heard that before.
Yeah, me too. Foxes and other animals that I forget now, maybe badgers or something, are also, like, shown to have...
magnetoreception.
Yeah. Anyway.
But not humans.
No. No. All puppies are born deaf. I don't know if I realized that. And they just gain their hearing as they grow older.
Huh. At what age do they actually start hearing?
Don't know. I never looked into it that hard.
Are human babies born deaf?
Well, I don't know. I only recently did I realize that human babies didn't have full sight, which, come to think of it, makes a lot of sense.
I think they are actually born hard of hearing as well.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
You don't really need... Oh, yeah, because you feel vibrations when you're in the womb.
But all you'd hear is like the amniotic fluid that you're floating in.
Disgusting, Cameron. Okay, let's go back to
You also breathe that in, eh? You breathe in.
Cameron?
Okay, sorry.
These facts are according to the American Kennel Club, so take it with whatever amount of salt you'd like. Apparently, 70% of people sign their dogs' names on their holiday cards.
Oh yeah, I believe that.
Yeah.
I believe that, yeah.
There's another stat about the amount of dogs in the U.S. that sleep in their owners' beds. Do you want to hazard a guess?
63%.
Nah, not that high.
Okay, 45.
Yes! Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes!
45% of dogs in the U.S. sleep in their owners' beds. Which is
interesting.
A solid amount.
Well, I mean, there's no way they actually know. But yeah, that is very cool.
Yeah. Dogs' nose prints are unique. Just like human fingerprints.
I can actually believe that. I've never thought about it, but that makes a lot of sense.
So you can have your dog's nose print.
Dude, that makes a lot of sense. I never even thought about it.
Yeah. Some studies have looked into it, and like after about 2 months, their nose print is fully formed, like age-wise, and then it doesn't change.
Wow. What about paw prints? I assume those are also unique amongst dogs.
I'm not sure actually. They never mentioned paw prints in any of the like follow-up research I did about this fact. But I did find out something interesting about their paws.
Oh, yeah? And what's that?
They have scent glands underneath their feet. So...
What?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but what did you just say?
Yeah, so when they pee or poo and then they kick up a bunch of stuff behind them, they're not trying to spread whatever scent that they just put on the ground. They're spreading the scent from their feet. I know.
What? Wait, are you saying that, so they have scent glands being, it's a gland that they can't smell from their feet?
No,
they
but
just
they
release,
spread scent from their paws.
They release an odor.
It's called pedal scent.
Is it liquid? Is it like pheromones or something?
I don't know
Interesting,
exactly.
though. So they're spreading their foot scent.
Yeah.
So they are like spreading their scent, but it's not.
But it's not from what they just peed or pooed out.
Interesting. That makes sense because they never kick up their pee.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm always curious as to why they're doing it. But yeah. I thought maybe they were trying to cover it, but then someone told me, they're spreading their scent.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah.
No.
That explains a huge mystery in my mind that I
know.
never looked up for some reason.
Crazy, eh?
Dude, that's really cool. That's a good fact.
Actually, speaking of secreting things from their paws, on their noses and on their paws, they have eccrine glands.
Oh, beautiful.
And it secretes a substance. I don't know what form. It keeps the skin supple and moist, essentially, on those areas. And it sometimes just has bacteria that grows in there, like on it and stuff. And it's nothing serious, but a bunch of people, it's like a thing, that people think their dog's paws smell like Fritos or corn chips. And it's because of that.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Because of the
Eccrine.
bacteria. But it's not anything serious unless it's like, oh my goodness. Whoa.
But they probably just rub
It's
it
just
off
like
the
a
next time
normal
they go
thing,
outside or something.
Yeah. Or like debris or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That's really cool.
So, I mean, our puppy's paws definitely have a smell.
Yeah, but it smells like dirt, not...
Sometimes. It depends. His paws have a specific smell.
Smelled his paws and thought, wow, Fritos.
I know. Me neither. But the next time I smell his paws, I'm going to try to smell Fritos and see if I can see what people are talking about.
Walk him a lot, so I feel like it would be less pronounced on him. I imagine these are the kinds of dogs that sit around more.
Maybe, yeah.
But I don't know. I could be wrong about that too.
Who knows? I find that his paws smell quite a bit when he's sleeping because they get so warm.
That's true. Yes, that is true.
Yeah. Anyway, I'll leave it there.
All right, cool. I'm going to go on.
All right. Modern toilets.
Modern times is what I've titled this section. So we did, recap, we did invention.
Yep.
We did let's talk about Roman toilets as a quick interlude. Medieval times, invention of the modern flush toilet. During the 16th century, 1592 to be exact, the godson of Elizabeth I, Sir John Harrington, is credited with inventing a water closet with a raised cistern and a small downpipe through which water ran to flush the waste.
I mean, it makes sense that royalty would be linked.
In other words, the first flush toilet. The first modern flush toilet. So rather than just pooping into a running stream of water, like pooping into a sewer, this was the first time where, like, in recorded history, I mean, at least possible that it existed in ancient civilizations. But where he actually put water in and flushed it down, sort of thing. So he built one for himself, and as the story goes, Elizabeth I came to visit him at some point. She used it, she liked it, she commissioned one. So he only ever made two, as far as historians know.
Interesting.
One for himself and one for Elizabeth I, his godmother.
Wow.
But it never really went anywhere for over 200 years, or almost 200 years. Yeah. That's
surprising.
And then it's because it was stinky. It was just a flush down or whatever. Didn't have the classic S pipe. That's what, in 1775, a bloke named, I quoted 1775 for Albert Gibling. Correction, sorry, that was the wrong bloke. Albert Gibling invented the siphon discharge system. I actually don't have a date for him. Sorry.
Okay.
1775 was this guy, Alexander Cummings. he was a watchmaker of all things. I don't know how he ended up doing this, but he patented in 1775 the classic S-shaped pipe under the toilet basin, and that was to keep the stench away, as it still does today.
Yep.
And that's when it really was like, oh, okay, this could be a thing.
More viable now.
Yeah. So then we're going to skip over to my modern times section. So Britain, in particular London's population, really started to increase. But as it started to increase, the number of water closets didn't keep pace.
Oh.
At all.
Oh.
And what that meant was lots and lots of disease.
Oh.
Particularly waterborne diseases.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't until the mid-19th century that this issue finally came to a point.
Wow.
Finally. In 1848. Martin.
That's, wow.
1848. That is less than 200 years ago.
Yeah.
That is finally when the government decreed that every new house must have a water closet or what they call an ash pit privy.
Wow.
Yeah. And then, since it was just an ash pit was literally a pit full of
ash,
something that rhymes with pit. And and they hired workers and they referred to them as the night soil men.
Oh boy.
And they went around emptying the ash pits.
Oh my gosh, like kitty litters for humans.
Yeah, basically.
Oh my gosh.
But then...
What?
But then, the summer of 1858 rolls around.
10 years later, okay.
And, oh boy, what a hot summer it was.
Oh no. This is disgusting. I am so sorry, everyone.
This summer actually has a name, and it has its own Wikipedia page.
Oh my gosh, no.
The Great Stink. I'm not joking. Oh. There's a Wikipedia page. Great Stink. And it refers to the summer of 1858 in central London.
Uh-huh.
And boy, the cartoonists from the era really had a time. They had a good time, like putting it in the papers and everything. There's a couple really good ones. There's not too many, but yeah, I encourage people to go take a gander online. Some very funny ones.
Wow. But
yeah, it smelled horrible in central London around that time because just decaying poop
feces
everywhere in a really hot summer.
Oh.
So finally, because of the Great Stink, the result from the Great Stink, believe it or not, was that the government commissioned the construction of a sewer system throughout London.
Oh, London's legendary sewer system.
1865 is when it finally was completed.
Oh,
London has only had a complete sewer system since 1865.
That's shocking, considering the ancient Egyptians probably had them.
Well, the Romans did have sewers.
Yeah,
they were different though.
Yeah,
like the London sewer system.
Yeah,
like it's much more modern. The Romans ones were just flowing water that was going to the river, sort of thing.
I'm surprised they didn't have anything like that though.
1860. Well, before then, they just had guys. They just hired a bunch of dudes to dig the poop out of the ash pits.
I can't believe it was like kitty litter for humans.
Crazy. This is way later than I would have expected.
Yes.
1865.
Man.
We were just on the brink of becoming a country then. We weren't even a country then, I guess, which just makes it feel old. But we're a young country. Like, that's crazy.
Wow.
But as soon as it was completed in 1865, it sent the number of cases of waterborne diseases like cholera, typhoid, etc. into free fall. A complete free fall. It just...
Wow.
Disease
Shocking.
was just... Yeah.
Yeah. Saves so many lives, I imagine.
Yeah. Since then, of course, there's been many improvements, especially to efficiency and cleanliness of modern toilets. But that's all the interesting facts I have for you.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy, though?
I can't believe that it took them... I didn't realize their sewer system was so young.
1865?
Because it's talked about as if it's like this really big marvel of engineering and stuff.
They finished in 7 years.
Yeah.
It was the Great Stink of
1858
that sparked it, and then it was done in
7 more years.
Yeah, and then it was done in 1865. The Wikipedia page for the Great Stink, I really didn't expect. But yeah, that's hilarious. I read that on a page. I Googled it. It's a big thing. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So we can thank a hot summer in 1858 for London's sewer system.
Wow.
Yeah.
sorry. Not that it was boring, just needed a yawn.
Yeah, no.
That's impressive.
Yeah, sorry for the long one today. But
No,
that's it. That's all I had.
That was fascinating. Although disgusting. All right, back to my dog facts. I have a few left.
Let's do it.
There's a kind of dog called the Basenji that's advertised as an African barkless dog.
Barkless?
Yes, except does not...
As in it doesn't have any tree bark on it?
How funny. Very funny. It's not a vegetation element.
Okay.
It isn't exactly true, though. They have an unusually shaped larynx, so they're not considered to bark, but they do yodel, apparently. So...
Dude, no. What you're telling me right now is that we need to get a yodeling dog with some Bulgarian bagpipes in the background, and we can make a smashing hit.
Yeah.
Dude, that'd be a cracking in the record. That would.
I wanted to hear what a yodel sounded like. I haven't actually listened because you were...
The dog yodel?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I want to hear.
I don't know if this will be good or not. That definitely sounds like a howl.
It sounds like a howl, but with a... See, now I have the yodely undertone to my thinking.
Yeah.
Is that dog in pain?
No. Just...
Sounds like they're in pain.
I know. Well, that was two of them. Wow.
Okay.
Well, so yodel is a grand word for that we've discovered.
I don't know if I would call that yodel.
Yeah, no. That sounds just like normal whiny howls. But
yeah, like a kind of high-pitched howl sort of thing.
Yeah.
All right. Well, very cool. Wow. Cool.
Yeah.
It isn't a bark, though. I would say that is not
true
a
that.
bark.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah, we can say that they don't bark. Okay, I think I only have one more fact left. It's my favorite, so I'm leaving it for the end.
Give it to me.
There are stray dogs in Moscow. There's a big collection of stray dogs in Russia and in Moscow.
Right.
But they have learned to use the subway to get on and off at different stops to find food.
Actually?
Yeah, for real.
And they know which stop they're getting off? They've been recorded to do that?
Yeah, apparently.
That's hilarious.
They just use the subway system.
Dude, I bet you one of them just figured it out by accident and then taught the other folks how to do it.
For sure.
And now it's just generational knowledge.
Yeah.
I'm surprised Moscow has stray dogs.
Yeah. That they are like that just use the subway and it's fine.
Well, I'm surprised they survive throughout the winter. I associate stray dogs with warmer places. Like, I know the southern states has a huge stray dog problem.
Yeah.
A lot of the islands in the Caribbean and India, I think, have a lot of stray dogs.
Yeah,
but Canada, we don't because people call and also they would just die in the winter.
Yeah.
So I'm curious how Moscow that happened.
Maybe they have a lot of shelters or something.
That's interesting.
Or warm places. Yeah. I don't know.
Crazy, man.
But I love that they learned the subway.
That's really cool. That's super cool.
Yep. That wraps up my dog facts for the day.
Well, then shall we quack on?
Yes.
I'm going to take that as a yes.
It's now time for the quack question.
Dun, dun, dun. All right, Martine.
Yes.
If you could change, I'm going with a more happier. I'm veering away from the toilets. Usually, I try to make my quack questions related to the.
Oh, that's okay. I'm
this
well
time,
fine.
I'm not going to ask you if you'd rather poop in a mid 15th century toilet versus a modern toilet.
Wow.
Because
how
obviously
creative
that'd be
of you.
bad. I'm going to say something completely out of left field.
Okay.
If you could change the standard colors of a Rubik's Cube,
Ooh.
which 6 would you choose?
That's very fun.
I have an answer that I've written down here. Based on I have it here. My answer based on my mood at the time of writing it out.
Okay. So am I allowed any of the standard colors that are currently on it?
You're allowed anything.
Anything.
Open.
Okay.
6 colors.
We're going with purple, obviously. Why don't they already have purple? Weird.
Okay.
Yellow, because they go great together.
So you're going to put purple and yellow on opposite sides or beside each other?
Opposite sides.
Okay, purple and yellow on opposite sides.
Turquoise, pink.
On opposite sides?
Yes.
Okay, so purple and yellow, turquoise and pink.
Yep. Now I'm missing 2 more. Black. And what's a really good color with black? I'm thinking here. I ran out of colors.
You haven't used any of the 6 that currently exist.
Oh, yeah. Good go. Well, no, I used yellow.
Oh, did you? Oh, yes, you did. Yeah.
Let's go with silver.
Okay, so you have black and silver.
Yeah.
Turquoise and
Pink.
And then
Purple and yellow.
I can see that working.
Yeah, it would look very cool.
It'd be very interesting. I'm sure you could actually, when I was writing this question, I realized you could probably, I didn't look it up. Almost guaranteed there's a place that's commissioning Rubik's Cubes of whatever color
or
design you want.
Make your child's face.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Anyway, so my answer based on my mood at the time of writing it out was I would keep blue and green across from each other.
Okay.
But I'd make that blue a little bit lighter. I find the blue on a Rubik's Cube, even the green is like a little bit dark for me. I want it a bit lighter.
Yeah.
So, but I like the blue and green.
They do have like neon Rubik's Cubes I've seen around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I like that color combo. So
yeah.
I think I'd leave those 2 alone. And I'd leave them across from each other so that when I do the checkerboard, I can still make you your thing.
He makes me a flower.
Yes. I do. What I would do, which is very interesting, is I would also, I have it here, swap white for purple and keep it across from the yellow.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm rubbing
so
off
I
on
also
you.
have purple and yellow.
Yes.
Purple and yellow, green and blue, but nicer green and nicer blue. And then I kind of went a similar route. I thought there needed to be a dark color on there at this point. So I put, instead of black, I put gray. And I was thinking a more like deeper gray.
Yeah.
And I wanted it with red because I think deep and like red and black always go good together. But I thought black would be too black. So I put gray.
Yeah.
Gray and red.
Nice.
So I kept the red, but I got rid of the orange. So I ended up keeping quite a lot of the original colors, I realized. Yeah. I tried to think of other colors I would put, but I thought, no, they have some pretty good ones on there already. So final answer, blue and green across from each other. Swap white with purple, keep it across from the yellow. Swap orange for gray and keep it across from the red.
Nice.
What do you think of my options?
I like them. That's a fun question.
Yeah, I liked it.
I was thinking of adding glitter to one of them.
Okay.
The silver would be glittery.
Literally, like 2 weeks from now, you're gonna commission a Rubik's Cube, aren't you? You're gonna go on, find a website. We're gonna have a glittery turquoise and pink.
It
Rubik's
would be
Cube.
a mess.
Okay, before that happens.
Right.
Now that we're already pre-cheered, should we do the cheerful earful?
Yes, let's do it.
And now it's time for the cheerful earful.
Woo!
Woo woo. Cheerful earful. Cheerful earful. Earful cheer.
Cheerful earful.
Coming right to your ear. This summer.
Ding.
Okay. Now that we've gotten whatever that was out of the way, I'm ready to be fully cheered.
Okay. It just so happens, unrelatedly, this is also about a dog.
Oh, cool. Unrelatedly.
Because I've had this for quite a long time.
Oh, good.
And it's about a dog. His name is Patron.
Okay.
He's a Jack Russell Terrier, and he became internationally famous. But he has a particular fan base in the Ukraine.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Ukraine.
Yeah. So.
In not the Ukraine. In Ukraine. Yeah.
In Ukraine. That's what I wrote. I just said the.
I know. It's a common thing that us Anglos do. We're weird that way.
Okay. Anyways, he's famous in Ukraine.
Yeah.
he's small dog. He only weighs 4 kilograms. And he was raised just as a regular house dog. And his owner actually wanted him to be a competitive show dog, but then the war got in the way.
Wow. 4 kilos. Is this a Chihuahua or
He's
Shih
a Jack
Tzu?
Russell.
Oh, Jack Russell.
They're small.
What's a Jack Russell look like?
They're
I don't know
hunting
dog breeds at all.
Oh, well, they're, I think there was a famous dog that looked like that was a Jack Russell. They're pretty common.
Okay. Sorry, I'll look one up while you keep going.
Yeah. So his owner's name is Mikhailo Ilyev, and he happens to be, yeah, that's what a Jack Russell looks like. They're small.
Okay.
Yeah. He happens to be the leader of a bomb squad in Ukraine.
What?
Yeah.
No wonder the war got in the way. Mm-hmm. It must be so valuable.
Ukraine is now one of the places with the most landmines on Earth because of the war. And Mikhailo's team is working to clear them one section at a time.
Oh, God.
And that is where Patron comes in.
Aw.
So they were looking for a small, compact dog that was able to travel well.
Yes.
Which, so far, he fits the bill. And actually, the name Patron means bullet or cartridge in Ukrainian.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So, funnily enough, they trained him up and they got him used to the sounds of explosions and the smell of gunpowder. Apparently, they just kept giving him explosives to sniff all the time.
Wow.
When they were training him.
And he was just okay with it.
It sounded very informal. But yeah, what's more unique about Patron among other types of bomb sniffing dogs is that he's really small. So it usually takes 5 kilograms to trigger a landmine.
No way.
Yeah, and he's 4 kilograms, so his weight protects him from that.
So he doesn't just go out. Oh my.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
I know.
So unless he does like a big jump, he's probably going to be okay.
Yes, there are a few dangers though because of tripwires and stuff.
Oh, of course.
But he's got a custom little uniform harness that he's got on, and they put a handle on the top of it so that they can pick him up really quick and move him easily out of the way if ever he comes across one of the wire-triggered landmines. Wow. Yeah. And he's got an Instagram account.
Of course.
It has over 400,000 followers. And his first post went viral, apparently. He's met the Ukrainian president, the British Prime Minister, the U.S. Secretary of State, and Justin Trudeau.
Oh, nice.
Patron,
wow.
that is.
Patron.
Yeah.
Wow. Dude, this guy's met more people, more famous people, more like people of note than I ever will.
Yeah. In November 2022, he became UNICEF's first Goodwill ambassador.
Ambassador. Oh, that's so cute. An ambassador.
And there's a song that was written about him. He's on a postage stamp. He's got merch that ranges from stuffed animals to postcards.
Dude, this dog is a legend.
Yeah.
A living legend. Wow.
And that's Patron for you.
Wow. Very sad circumstances for him to rise to fame. It's so cool. What a cool dog.
Know.
I'm so glad that he doesn't weigh enough to trigger man.
Yeah.
That's going to be a sad way if he goes that way.
Yeah.
But man, what a cool dog.
Everyone loves him, obviously.
I love him. I don't even know what he looks like.
I know. Well, there's a picture, I think, in the article. So,
cool. I'll take a look after.
Yeah.
As should all the listeners.
Yeah.
In the show notes. Cool.
This is a small picture in the thumbnail of the article.
Oh, what a
He's
cutie.
cute.
He's such a cutie.
He's so small.
Oh. Well,
Yeah.
thank you for that. I am
dog.
very cheerful now. I like dogs.
And that concludes episode 30.
That's it. That's all.
Done and dusted under the rug.
Another one bites a duster. If you would like to send us your quack questions.
Do.
Or you
Oh, you didn't even make it through.
I tried. Or your cheerful earfuls.
Do.
Or anything at all.
Do.
You can send it to
thosecrazyweirdospodcast@gmail.com. Do.
Or visit the website.
Thosecrazyweirdos.ca.
I think we should just start it there.
And we will see you next time. Do. Bye. Very chic.